Test, test, test. Is this shit working? How the fuck? They keep changing this shit every time I use it, bro. How do I go to my own video or live stream? Hang on, guys. Give me a second. I got to make sure my stream is actually streaming correctly. I actually going to be late, but I'm slightly early today. And what happened at the gym is partially why I wanted to make a stream. No, I don't want to start another stream. I want to fucking see if the stream that I'm currently doing is coming out right. Okay, the quality kind of sucks. So it looks like I'm gonna have to close a bunch of shit. Oh my god, he's closing his millions of tabs. Yeah, for the sake of stream quality. That's exactly what I'm gonna do. Let me make sure my computer's or my laptop isn't overheating. But yeah, I thought I was gonna be late to the stream today. Because I delayed it back 30 minutes because I wanted to. Because as soon as I wake up, I go straight to the gym. I don't eat. Well, I eat and drink a little bit of carbs. Then I head straight to the gym. I do my workout in, which was a good fucking workout. I get my workout in. I get my cardio in, and then I come do everything else for the day. Because that's why my hair is kind of fucked up right now. Because I'm gonna go swimming as soon as I'm done the stream. So there's no point in me fixing my hair because it's gonna get more fucked up anyways. But so something interesting happened at the gym, right? I went to the brick bodies down the street. Usually I go to the one up in Simonium. Well, I mean, only people from Maryland would know where these places are. But basically, I went to the cheaper. I mean, not cheaper because my membership lets me use every brick bodies in Maryland, but I went to the closer location that was clearly the discount location because I wanted to get back home as quickly as possible so I could do my stream because it takes me about an hour to work out. And then it takes me anywhere. It depends on how many miles I'm running. I only ran 2 today, and it was a nice light pace. But I still got finished my 2 miles a lot quicker than I thought I would. Um, so yeah, I got home early. But the thing about the more discount gym locations, there's a lot less workout equipment. And everybody who works out, y'all know the main shit that motherfuckers be hogging are the bench presses, right? So I show up. I'm like, limited amount of benches here. I'm just working with this guy because it looks like he's beginning with my warm-up weight anyway. So I walk up to dude. I'm like, hey, man, can I work in with you? And I could tell the dude was on the spectrum because he is like it's like the gears in his brain had to start wiring. Like if anybody's ever watched SpongeBob, as Patrick starts to think and his gears start going, right? It was like that, right? I asked if I could work in with him, and he's like, how many sets? I'm like, well, I'm going to do 2 warm-up sets, then 3 working sets. Yeah. How many reps with the sets? that dude was, oh man. Interacting with people on the spectrum on the internet is one thing, but when you meet them in real life, it's like, oh man. Which shout out to Steve, the only motherfucker on the spectrum that I actually like and get along with. Shout out to Steve. I mean, Kirby also claims she's on the spectrum, but I think she just has something else. But if you're on the spectrum too, Kirby, shout out to you and Steve. Y'all are the only 2 people with autism that I actually like and get along with. Anyways, though, let me get to the fucking point of this story. So, boom, he does his set. I do my warm-up. Boom, 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 right? He gets up and he looks at me. What, you only do 3? And I'm like, I did 2, actually. And he's like, why? And I'm like, because it's a warm-up set. I'm warming up to do the work sets. And then when I get to the work sets, that's when I work, right? Because the thing is, right, the whole reason I want to make this stream, man, I don't remember who said it. Some YouTuber said it a long time ago. And unfortunately, it was the only good video he ever made. So that was, I don't even remember the dude's channel. But he basically said that if something is effective, if something is efficient, you'll see results immediately, right? So if you're doing something that is working, it'll begin working for you right away. It's not going to take you decades to see results if what you're doing is efficient. So I did my 2 warm-up sets. He's looking at me like I'm crazy, but the results speak for itself, right? When something works, it works. Shout out to the boy Felix. He said in my Dawn of that video I made about the red pill guy, he said my arms were half the size. Hey man, results, baby. But, so like let's use the gym as an example, okay? And this dude was chubby, right? Didn't have any real results, but we'll use the gym as an example. If your regiment is effective, you should see results the first year, okay? The people who you meet at the gym who say, yeah, I've been working out for 5 years, and you look at them and you don't see no results, it's because what they're doing is not effective, right? If you play a sport, if you're training for your sport and your diet is effective, you'll see results the first year, right? The people who you hear, oh, I've been playing lacrosse for 10 years, no good at it, whatever, what they're doing is not efficient. So he eventually walks off, ironically, as I start doing my working sets, and that was the last I saw him do that day. And yeah, Steve, a lot of people don't understand the difference between warm-up sets and workout sets. A lot of people have this misconception that you got to go to the gym and do a million different things. You got to have a perpendicular angle. It's crazy. And none of these dudes have any results, right? Because they're copying dudes on YouTube who intentionally feed y'all bullshit to make money off of y'all, man. They don't want y'all to get any fucking results. But, well, look, it's Jarvis. He said he was going to pop into the stream, and he finally did. Shout out to Jarvis. Somebody's asking me about crypto. I don't do crypto, buddy. I think you're confusing me with somebody else. It's still me, Steve. I had to close all the tabs so the quality of the stream was good. But yeah, that little gym story aside, man. Essentially, what I want to talk about, man, I've been seeing a lot of. I read all the comments, even though I don't reply to all of them. Some people, and I banned a lot of people too, man. Some people, this is the craziest thing, right? 10, 15 years ago, it used to be easy to tell who a troll was, right? It used to be easy to tell the difference between people that just don't know what they're talking about and people who just are trying to get a reaction out of you, right? But there's so much misinformation out there nowadays. There's so many people that got something wrong with them. Some people will just type shit and be 100% serious. You'll think they're trolling, but they're not. Well, that's the thing, Max. It's not rage baiting. I've seen that term. I mean, people say that I'm rage baiting, right? I'll give you an example, right? There's this show called Dragon Ball, and there was a movie for Dragon Ball called Resurrection F, where Vegeta gets killed by a planet tier attack. Frieza blows up the planet and he kills Vegeta, yet people think that Vegeta can blow up the universe when he just died to a planetary attack. So I'll say this. I'll say something along the lines of Universe Buster Vegeta gets killed by a planetary attack. And people will say that's rage baiting when all I'm doing is pointing out what happened in the fucking movie. Right? So it's gotten to the point where just saying the truth is rage baiting. It's just crazy, right? And people really getting. I had to I reported a mod on a forum because he thought I was trolling. He banned me because he thought I was trolling for saying that somebody whose universal tier does not die to a planetary attack. And then an administrator, he unbanned me, and he basically was the voice of reason here. Now that's just with a silly little cartoon, but people do this with actual serious topics now, right? There was a dude. Now this guy I banned because he wasn't trolling at first. He really believed what he was saying. And his story essentially went along the lines of that there was this girl that he was obsessed with, and it took him 3 years to finally speak to the chick. I think y'all saw this guy's comments because he left this comment on the last video I made. Unfortunately, when I ban people, it deletes all of their comments, but y'all are going to see why I banned this guy. So he said there was this girl he's been obsessed with for 3 years, even though he never spoke to her. It's like, okay, you know she's the one for you, but you've never spoke to her. Okay, right? So he finally grew some balls and spoke to her, and obviously it didn't work out, right? And that's why I made the post, right? When you meet somebody who's interested, just talk to them immediately. Don't wait come on, bro, right? He got angry at that. He started saying that my hair, or well, at least your hair is still bad. I caused him a narcissistic injury, so then he turned into a troll and I banned him. But it doesn't take 3 years to see results, man. If the only way you're going to get better at talking to people is to talk to people. The only way you're going to get better at interacting with chicks is to interact with chicks. All the fucking videos y'all see on YouTube in regards to how to get chicks are useless, man. I can't watch these videos because they're all telling you bullshit, right? The only way you're going to get better with females is to interact with females, talk to females, see what works and see what doesn't work. And what works gets you results immediately. What doesn't work doesn't get you results for years, okay? And it's the same thing with everything. So this is why we've all had those situations where we'll be engaging in a craft, and because we don't know what we're doing, it'll take a while for us to advance in that craft. And then somebody else who gets it, they'll just skyrocket past you within, a novice amount of time. Within a novice amount of time, they'll become adept at it while you're still inept at it. So I'll give y'all for the long-term followers, right? There was a game called Toontown Corporate Clash, and motherfuckers lied to me. They said that they made a boss in the game have Sonic the Hedgehog speed, and that it takes years to master. I mastered that shit after 1 month, and I made the whole community angry. Who is this guy to call other players bad when he just showed up a month ago? Yeah, and in a month, I'm already better than most of y'all. Because when something works, you see results immediately. World of Tanks, right, where all the statistics are public, you'll have people that have 50,000 battles who have been playing the game for over 10 years and they're still bad at the game. And then you'll have somebody else who's new who in 5,000 battles, they're 1 year of playing, they're already in the top clan. They're already top 0.1%. And the players that have the experience but not the skill, they're accused that guy of being a reroll, which is basically when an experienced player makes a new account to pad their stats. And it's like, dude, he's not a reroll. He just learned what works and got results quickly. Okay? I'll use myself as an example, right? I was just telling this story to some Uber passengers a few days ago. My first year running track, right? My first ever mile was a 5:30. I got fucking smoked. I came in dead last, right? I'm thinking, so my coach is walking over, right? I'm thinking in my head, damn, I suck at this track and field shit. My coach walks over to me. I got my head down because I'm like humiliated, right? He walks over smiling. Chris, you just ran a 5:30. And I'm like, yeah, coach, I just got smoked, right? And I came in dead last, right? But I didn't know that was unheard of, right? I didn't know that people don't run a 5:30 their first ever mile, right? Even though I came in dead last because there was a fast meet. The guy who won it, he ran a 4:08 mile. I didn't know it at the time, but this dude also won the cross country state championships earlier that year. So, I mean, this guy was going places, right? Um, Now, by the end of that year, I got my mile down to 450 by the time summer track started. I won my heat in city championships. I did okay at regionals. And during cross country season, I also won the JV championships as well for freshmen and sophomores because I started running my sophomore year. So at cross country, I knew I had something because I came in first place at the JV championships. I beat everybody else in my age group, even though it was my first year running. But then when I hit track, I'm just like, damn, I just got fucking smoked, right? But it was an experience I needed because I was getting fast results because my coaches were champions in their sport, state champions. So I got good training. Uh, my diet kind of sucked because I didn't know what I was doing back then. But in terms of the training, I had good, efficient training, and I saw results right away, and I didn't miss practices. I missed 1 day of practice my entire time running track, and that's only because the scar is mostly healed, but that's because this happened. So, I missed a day. I had to get that stitched up. Um, but yeah, when you see results fast. So I got my mile time down to 550 by the end of that year. Got it down to 434 my junior year, and that was the fastest mile I ever ran because I got injured shortly after that, and that was pretty much the end of my track career. But you know what I'm saying? And there's a term that's overused, in the athletic world called genetic freaks. There are genetic freaks out there, but the reason I say it's an overused term is because not everybody better at a sport than you is a genetic freak. They may just know what they're doing and you don't. Now, unfortunately, when you're a teenager, that's a little bit harder to notice because you may just have coaches that don't know what they're doing and they will teach you inefficient methods of training and dieting. Um, but that's also a benefit because if you do have coaches that don't know what they're doing, this would be an lesson to you that certified professionals, not all of them know what they're doing, right? Because we live in a society right now where people worship certified professionals. Oh, yeah. You got to blindly listen to doctors because they know more than you, Frizzy. You got to blindly listen to your coaches because they know more. And some people learn the hard way that that's not true. One of my aunts is a nurse, and her own doctor fucked her up. I think she got some money from that through a lawsuit, but so even certified professionals aren't safe from other certified professionals. So and yeah, Max, a lot of people lack self-reflection. A lot of people, and this is the basis of narcissism. A lot of people just don't want to sit down and admit that they don't know what they're doing. So when they see somebody else that knows what they're doing and that person gets results fast, oh, he must be a genetic freak. Oh, he must have made a second account. Oh, he must be doing something. Oh, he's lying about how long he's been doing it. And it's like, no, man, a motherfucker just learned early what to do and got results faster than you, right? When I first started working out again, the coaches were all not the coaches, the trainers at the gym were all smiling at me because they thought I was some new guy, right? Now when I go to the gym, they just give me a look, man, because they don't like how fast I got all my progress back. because I'm not doing what they're telling me to do, right? I'm not bulking and cutting. They say that cardio makes you lose muscles. I run every fucking day, man, and I run. I run every fucking day, right? I'm not bulking and cutting. I'm recompositioning. So I stay around the 185 range and I just drop my body fat percentage by having a slight calorie deficit, but I'm lifting heavy and I'm still running, right? So I do the opposite of all, like, because YouTube tells people there is an on season, off season. Shout out to the homeboy Felix. He said he was gonna take a nap, but I know he's gonna see this stream, right? My homeboy Felix played AAU basketball, right? And I asked him, I'm like, Felix, do you have an off season? And he's like, what the hell is an off season? I'm like, exactly. I'm like, Felix, do you as a basketball player, do you bulk and cut, or do you stay lean year round for your sports? I stay lean year round. So you got this. I mean, it's gonna sound like an oxymoron because I'm on YouTube, but you got to get off YouTube, man. You got to get off the internet, because a lot of these people, a lot of these certified professionals, these certified coaches, these certified trainers, these certified nutritionists, a lot of them put out misleading information, sometimes intentionally, because they don't want you to get progress. This is the thing, right? If you're a nutritionist, if you're a coach, your job is not to get your clients in shape. Your job is not to get your clients results, because if you get them results, they're not going to hire you anymore. Now that they have your secrets, now that they know what they're doing, they don't need you anymore. As a coach, this is how you pay your bills. This is how you make your living. Why would you want to do that, right? So a coach's job is to get you on the hamster wheel and make you stay on the hamster wheel. So they'll lie to you. They'll say, yeah, it takes 5 years, 10 years, 15 years to get results. And then they tell you the bulking and cutting bullshit. They tell you all this bullshit, right? So you don't get any results your first couple of years training, working out, and dieting. And then you see other people get results in 1 year. And at that point, you should realize your coaches in these YouTube videos are not being honest with you. I tried to tell a chick that I know last year, right? I asked her, like, do you plan on resting? And it's something along those lines, right? And she replied to me with, I'll rest when I need to. I already know what that meant. And, I didn't say anything else about that topic, but a few months later, another chick who rests and recovers ends up beating her. So you can work out all fucking day. That doesn't get you the results. That's why these coaches and these trainers tell you to work out all fucking day. You get the results by recovering. Because when you work out, you tear the muscles down. And when you recover, you build the muscles back up. But there's no they actually tell you the opposite, man. There was this dude, CT Fletcher. I think he still makes videos. They were telling people to overtrain. Motherfucker said he did curls every day, and that's how he got his 23-inch arms. Said he wasn't on any steroids, but then a few years later, he admitted he was on steroids. So that's what I'm saying, man. These people weren't telling you the real reason they're getting their results. But it ain't just with working out, man. When it comes to anything, sports, life, making friends, whatever. If something is efficient, you'll see results right away. Okay? But yeah, man, let me read some of these comments. My grandmother got screwed over by these people. She was on high blood pressure meds for decades, and she didn't even need them. And the meds caused health problems for her. Exactly, Max. What I just described, doctors have the same job. It's not a doctor's job to cure you. Go read the Hippocratic Oath. But whatever, right? A doctor's job, again, is to put you on the hamster wheel. Because if a doctor tells you all the secrets, you'll never go to the doctor's office ever again. If you learn how to cure yourself, if you learn how to heal yourself, you won't ever go to the doctors ever again. Their job is to convince you to take medicine you don't need, right? So you keep coming back forever. Now they got a steady stream of income off of you. It's the same thing with car dealers. It's the same thing with everybody, man. Their jobs are not to fix your problem. Their job is to make you a returning repeat customer. I mean, really, I'm gonna be honest with you. You don't even need to go to the fucking gym. If you have enough space in your house, you could just buy the gym equipment, save yourself some money, and just work out at home. You really don't need a gym membership. I have a gym membership right now because where I live, I don't have that kind of space. But, you know, I digress. So, I mean, at least not enough space to put some fucking gym equipment. This house is pretty spacey, but not that spacey. Um, but yeah, the question is, if these professionals don't know what they're doing, how did they get hired anyway? I mean, Steve, you've been in the working world for what, 10 years now, Steve? Because when I met you, you had a job, and I met you in 2013, 2014, one of those years, right? You know how, Steve? It's systematic, it's systematic, intentional incompetence. I just had this conversation 2 nights ago, man, because there were some dudes. They were juniors in college, so they were kids still. And one of the guys was nervous because he had to do a presentation for his internship, and he was asking me, "Have you ever done a presentation in front of thousands of people?" He doesn't know I have a YouTube channel because I don't tell people I got a YouTube channel, right? Then I said a couple hundred, never 1,000, um, because he was worried about messing up and losing his internship. So I told him, I'm like, listen, man, the more work experience you get, the more you're going to see that the vast majority of your coworkers have no idea what the fuck they're doing, because people get hired based off of, can you pass the personality test? Do you know somebody who's working in the field that you're trying to get into? Are you willing to play the nepotism game? Because these are the things that employers look at first, Steve. They look at how much they like you. They look at, do they know you from somewhere? They look at, do they have a good relationship with you? And they look at, are you going to play the politics game and keep them happy? They look at all of this before they look at your actual abilities. This is why, with all job positions, you see, you wonder, how do these people get hired? But then you realize what's going on. It's intentional, systematic incompetence. Because again, if they hire people that know what the fuck they're doing, if they hire people who actually resolve the problem for you, you'll never return for their services ever again because you don't need them. They keep you on the fucking hamster wheel. Shit, I might clip this part out of my stream and upload it as its own video because yeah, I'll call it the hamster wheel because yeah, this is a video of it itself. Um, and again, if what you're doing is efficient, eventually you'll stop needing to go to these people in the first place. So I hope your grandmother sued, by the way, and got some money out of that because that's a gigantic lawsuit. As long as, because in civil court you only got to prove 50%. So as long as she has some type of documentation, that's easy money right there. Oh damn, that means she never got her money. I mean, did she at least sue while she was alive, or did she kind of just let it slide? Because I mean, that's easy money right there, man. You don't even need to hire a lawyer for that. You know what I'm saying? You can do the whole lawsuit yourself. Because like the hospitals, man, they ain't got no fucking money. I'm gonna just tell you. Like, I made a post where a Jewish guy was telling me, and this dude was high up in a hospital hierarchy, man. I don't know why he randomly decided to tell me this stuff, but He basically confirmed what I already knew, man. These hospitals ain't got no fucking money. That's why they're hiring foreign doctors that have less training for 1/3 of the price, man. They ain't got no fucking money, so they'll settle. You'll file the lawsuit. They'll settle. You'll get your payout, and yeah, they'll give you just enough money for you to go away. Exactly, Ace. Job security. This Ace guy gets it. He's a relatively new commenter, but he gets it. Job security. Doctors are trained to make you feel better, to give you the illusion that the problem has been resolved. But what they do is they give you temporary cures. Because if they fix your problem for good, you'll never return to them. I just saw a TikTok video where doctors are finally admitting that ribs can regenerate. And then somebody in the comments were like, why are they just now admitting this? Why didn't they tell us this hundreds of years ago? You know why? Because if you know that your bones can grow back and you figure out how to make your bones grow back, you won't go to the doctors anymore. There's a YouTube video. I should probably download this video before they get wise and take it down. There's a YouTube video of a guy regrowing his thumb back. He went to somebody who actually knows what he's doing because he lost his thumb. I think he lost his thumb. He had a machine. He was like cutting something, and he lost his thumb. And he went to somebody who knew what they were doing, and they regrew his thumb. And this was like 10, 15 years ago. Somehow the video only has a few thousand views, but as expected, right? The algorithm doesn't push videos that actually show you the truth. It pushes videos that tell you bullshit. But if everybody knew how to do this, nobody would go to the fucking doctors. So, yeah, Ace, job security. There's a Nimbus variant of COVID. Man, I don't keep up with this shit. They're trolling you people, man. They named the fucking virus the crown, the corona, the fucking sun crown virus, and now they got a Nimbus variant because where the clouds come from, right? They're just playing with y'all at this point, man. It depends, Chris. It really depends because salesmen that know what they're doing, they get results immediately. They make a lot of money their first year in the profession. The people who have been in business for 30 years and have nothing to show for it, they're the ones that don't know what they're doing. But people that enter a job field and within the first 2 years, they're already towards the top of their job, it's because they know what they're doing. My first year doing Uber, and I was making what the top 1% for this job make. And this is why I get annoyed when passengers ask how much we make, because they always word it plurally, because they don't understand that how much a driver make depends on the driver. You feel me? It's with everything you do in life, if what you're doing is efficient, you'll see results immediately. Now, this is not to advise anybody that they should be impatient, that they should become YOLOs, that they should try to, you know what I'm saying, rush the progress, rush the process. This isn't to tell anybody that they should rush. That's not what I'm telling them to do at all. But what I'm telling you is that if you're doing something and you don't see results after years of doing it, maybe it's time to switch it up, man. So, but some people are like that, Christos. In the martial arts world, We have a saying that somebody who can watch the instructor do something one time and they get it immediately, that guy is a prodigy. But not everybody's going to be a prodigy. So there are some people out there who have genius minds who can watch somebody do something one time and now they know how to do it. Those people exist. And when you encounter these people, don't get angry, don't get envious, don't get jealous. Just observe nature, observe them in action, and take notes. Right? Some of the track chicks I follow on TikTok, man, I be eating the game up, man. You know what I'm saying? I'll be incorporating some of what they do into my own workouts. Now, obviously, I got to modify it a bit because my goals are different. You know what I'm saying? I'm not competing anymore. Um, and I'm unwilling to lose muscle just to be faster. I'm unwilling to do that. So that type of advice I ignore. Um, but everything else that doesn't involve me losing muscle to get faster, I soak the game up, man. I gripe on I gripe on social media a lot, but there's a lot of useful information out there. You just have to understand that if somebody tells you to do something, two things are going to happen. It's either going to feel like they're deceiving you, that inner feeling, that survival mechanism that you have. If somebody's telling you some bullshit, it's going to feel like bullshit. And then when you try the bullshit and you don't get any results, you know it's bullshit. Versus if somebody's telling you something useful, it's going to feel it's going to feel good. And then when you try it and you start to see the results, I mean, the shit that I talked about in the beginning of the video, man. Michael Hearn, of all people, shout out to Michael Hearn. He was saying that for your warm up sets, just do 1 to 2 reps, right? Because you want to save your energy for the working sets. And then your working sets, that's when you pump out 5, 10, 15. I heard him say this at first, and I thought it was bullshit, but I tried it, right? So I tried it, right? Boom. So after 2 weeks of doing this shit, I'm like, damn, this shit fucking works. So, you know, and yeah, it does depend. It does depend on how you define immediate. It depends on what you're talking about, Christos. It depends. Um, for every endeavor, there's a medium. Okay, so if for sales the medium is 5 months, you should see results within that 5 months. Um, in sports, the medium is a year, right? After a year of training, that's when you'll begin to see your genetic potential for the sport, as well as if your training and dieting is efficient. So when I say immediate, that scales depending on your medium. Okay. That's what I used to do, Jarvis, right? My first, like, I used to, I mean, honestly, up until I saw that video, up until like October, yeah, I was doing my warm up sets 5 to 10 reps. Then I saw Michael Hearn say only do 1 to 2 reps for your work for your warm ups, and then for your working sets, just do the full reps. I've been doing that since like October, and the results have skyrocketed. Man, I'm stronger than ever. Like when I first started working out again, I said I wanted to get my muscle back. I've surpassed that. I'm stronger than ever, man. I'm faster than ever. Life is good, bro. Life is good, man. I want to go back and slap all those coaches in the face that lied and said that you peak as a teenager for sports. You peak in your 20s for athletics is bullshit, man. I'm in the best shape of my life right now. Life is good, guys. I should have gotten 2 of these. Ironically, one of the last times I went to the gym, I had a vegan try telling me that I'd get muscle faster by eating only veggies. Oh man, vegan vegan people are funny. There was this one chick that I was talking to on Instagram, right? And I ain't gonna lie, man, this chick was beautiful, man. She was a short little blonde chick with glasses, man. And but she was kind of crazy though, right? So I mean, I was talking to her regularly because I mean she was really attractive and she was interesting to talk to. But the energy changed when she told me she was a vegan because um, it was so it wasn't Halloween yet, but Halloween was coming up, and she said something along the lines that like her family was having like a get together a couple of weeks before Halloween, and there was going to be food there, right? And I said something along the lines of, "If y'all are having salmon, you should invite me over, right?" And she said she was a vegetarian. So I was like, "What do vegetarians eat at a party?" Um, y'all know me, man. You know that side of me, man. I start just saying whatever, man. I start. I wish I still had those messages. I ended up blocking her a few weeks after this because she did something disrespectful. Um, But I just started throwing out like vegetarian food. I said asparagus for broccoli uh, in one conversation. Then another conversation we were having that was like, you're going to have potatoes with fries on the side. And she's like, why do you think I eat this stuff? And I'm like, because you're a vegetarian, right? And there was a point in time where you could joke with chicks, where you could have fun, where you could just have fun and chicks would have fun with you. They would laugh, they would giggle. But now, man, narcissism is so fucking widespread that even a little tiny joke, these people see as you attacking their character, right? Finding chicks that still know how to giggle and joke around and have fun and not take everything so seriously, that's becoming rare, right? So yeah, we started having problems because she didn't like she didn't like my vegetarian jokes. Um she was like, how do you come up with this stuff? Yeah, no, wait. She either said, "How do you come up with this stuff?" No, well, yeah, that's what she said. She said, "How do you come up with this stuff?" And I'm just like, "Why is it creative?" And then she gave me like a face emoji. Um, but she was sharing all of her messages with her friends though. So after and it's fucked up, man, because women don't like each other. I say this in many videos. Oh, let me finish the story, then I got to get back to the topic. So I blocked her because she did something disrespectful. And after I blocked her, like hours after I blocked her, her two friends that she was showing all of my messages to, they slid in my DMs, man. And I'm just like, y'all listen. And you know, it's just a fucked up situation, man, because it was one of those situations where on Instagram, they always had pictures together. Yeah, these are my home. Well, they don't say Gen Z people don't say homegirls. Y'all have some weird slang, man. But they were always in the pictures though. Like, yeah, these are my best friends. This is my squad. Blah blah blah. Right. And as soon as I blocked her, her two friends immediately in my DMs. And I'm thinking in my head, y'all are some fucked up friends. But then I remember this is the norm. See, guys, women don't wage war. And again, this is why I say if something is efficient, you see results immediately. I don't tolerate disrespect. And as soon as I blocked that chick for being disrespectful, her other friends became more attracted to me. When something is efficient, you see results right away. Okay? I ain't gonna lie, man. One of her friends was smoking fucking hot too. Yeah, I mean, one of her friends was like a nice thick Indian, but not thick like fat, but thick as in thick in the right places, man. I seem to have a thing for Indian chicks, um, but then of course, ironically, the Indian chick did something disrespectful. It was already disrespectful that she was like double crossing her friend, but I digress. But yeah, if something is efficient, you see results immediately. These motherfuckers. I saw one dude, one red pill guy, the Myron fucker, the Myron Gaines fucker. He says something along the lines that it's like normal to walk up to 100 chicks and get rejected, and I'm just like, that's not normal. It's not. If you walk up to 100 chicks and all 100 of them reject you, you're not doing something efficient, buddy. But and then he tried to word it like this is like the top, this is like the highest level. The highest level guys get rejected 100 times in a row. And I typed the comment, no, they don't. You get rejected 100 times in a row, you're doing something inefficient. Um, you will get some rejections, but like if what you're doing is efficient, again, you're gonna see results right away, man. That's just how it goes. Ironically, one oh yeah, I already read that. Oh well, I never warm up. I see an injury in my future. Yeah, you. Oh my god. Yeah, you are gonna get injured, buddy. Oh my god, this dude. What's this guy's name? Oh, it's the Christos guy. Yeah, you are gonna get an injury in the future. You gotta warm up, man. Oh my god. Oh man, I hope this guy's trolling, bro. Christos, I gotta set up for this. I got to take my glasses off for this. I don't need my glasses to see. I just like having Superman vision. Christos, eye contact, buddy. Look me in my eyes. Christos, please. You have half of my name, so Chris to Chris, please look me in my eyes. Please start warming up before you work out, buddy. You're getting away with it right now because I can still tell you're new to the gym. But as the weight increases, as the speed increases, if you don't warm up at the level you're going to get to, you're going to get injured. Christos, please start warming up, buddy. Please don't get a life crippling injury because you don't want to warm up. Please. I had to talk to the other Chris for a second, guys, man, because oh man, that dude, that dude on some junkie time right now, man. Dude said he doesn't warm up at all. All right, the fun police is getting you to make lighthearted jokes, and that yeah, and I mean, see, man, the universe will test you, man. This chick was smoking fucking hot, bro. I didn't want to block her. She had the nice blue eyes. She had nice long blonde hair, and she was tiny too, man. Um, and she was unique in the way, right? Because you guys know I know a lot of athletes, but this was the first. Oh yeah, I left out something important. So before I found out she was a vegetarian, I found out that she was a jockey, like a horse jockey. She raced horses, right? Um, so me being me to like oh, because this was like the first week I met her, right? So to like break the ice, open up the conversation, I started calling her the jouster. I started calling her Alyssa the jouster, and no, not the Alyssa I dated a couple of years ago, completely unrelated. But I started calling her Alyssa the jouster, right? And she's like, "But I'm not a jouster, right?" She took the joke seriously, and I don't know. It's just weird because she has videos where she's joking. I don't know, man. People just take. Maybe it's just me, man. Like maybe maybe people look at me and they expect me to be serious. So when I'm joking around and I'm just having fun, it throws people off. I don't know, but yeah, even before the vegetarian shit, she got annoyed that I was calling her the jouster. So um, jousters are cool though. I would never fucking do it, but hey man, jouster. I mean that is a hard sport, man. Them Europeans is crazy. Even with armor on, man, if you get hit the wrong way doing that jousting shit, you ain't getting back up, man. I like watching it. I would never do it, but yeah, it's a cool sport. And yes, Jarvis, Myron is the cop guy. Which is crazy because being ex law enforcement, he should know that you don't got to get rejected by 100 different. If you're, I mean, but it's changed though. 10 years ago, if you were a cop, chicks loved you. It's a little bit different now because cops are not looked at in a positive light anymore. So, I mean, hey, maybe that's why he's getting rejected 100 times in a row. I don't remember what the video was called, Jarvis, but it was a live stream he did with the Mr. Lucario guy during his early days of YouTube. They had a stream where one guy was bitching in the comments, I keep getting rejected, I keep getting rejected. And then Myron chimed in and he said, listen, man, the top 1% guys of game, it's normal for us to get rejected 100 times in a row. So just get used to it, buddy. And I'm thinking in my head, getting rejected 100 times in a row, that is not normal, man. That you're doing something wrong at that point. Because the thing is, man, if you let me give you guys an example, right? Because I always tell y'all to go to the source. Let me give y'all another story from the source. I got stories for days. Y'all gotta stop me, man. When I start rambling, y'all gotta stop me. I got stories for days, bro. So this was 10th grade year. So in elementary school, there was this chick named Regina, right? Dark skinned chick. Back then I had a thing for dark skinned black chicks, right? Um, we were both in 3rd grade. I always had a crush on the chick, right? One time, I've never celebrated Valentine's Day ever, but one time I like gave her one of my snacks during lunch, and Valentine's Day was near. So she was like, why are you giving me this? Do you like me? And me being 9 years old, I'm like, well, you are very pretty. So yeah, I guess so. And she's like, oh, thank you, right? So I knew the chick in 3rd grade. So boom, years pass, 4th grade, 5th grade. We go to different middle schools. I ain't see the Virginia chick again until 10th grade, right? So this was my second track meet. This was after I got fucking smoked. This was after my humbling experience, right? So I just got done running the open 800. I don't know what was going on that day because usually the girls go first, then the guys. But this meet, the guys went first, then the girls. So I did the open 800, right? I'm cooling down. I'm stretching. I'm walking around the track in the field, right? So I look to my left and I'm like, oh snap, it's the Regina chick. I'm gonna go say hi to her, right? So and this is what I mean, man. When you see somebody who interests you, you walk up to them and you speak to them immediately. None of this, I'm gonna wait 3 years. The dude can't comment to defend himself anymore because I banned him, but that reading that shit infuriated me. No, I'm not waiting 3 years to speak to no fucking female. So I see Regina. I'm like, oh, look, it's the Regina chick. I walk over there and I start talking to her immediately, right? And wait, why am I even telling this story? Somebody asked something. Why am I even telling this story? See, man, y'all be letting me get distracted. Oh yeah, the Myron guy talking about the rejection. So listen, right? I walk up to the Regina chick. I'm like, hey, Regina, what's up? And she just glares at me, right? Now, she just got done running. In her defense, I didn't see how well she did because I was focusing on me. I was focusing on my cooldown. So she just got done running. I don't know if she was having a bad day. I don't know if she was having a bad meets. I don't know if she just got smoked. I don't know, right? I say, hey, Regina. She turns around and she just like glares at me, right? She was so pissed off at whatever she was pissed off was. I'm not exaggerating. It's like you could see the anger, like you could see the angry energy coming out of her body. So I'm like, oh, I'm thinking in my head, oh snap, did I do something? So I'm just like, hey Regina, it's been a while. How's it been? Fine. I'm like, oh, I took the hints, right? I took the hint. I walked away. I'm like, oh well, it's been nice seeing you again. So I walk over to my friend. Like she was so angry, dude. I had to get to a safe zone, right? So I walk over to my friends. I'm like, yeah, I just saw Regina again, and she was like angry, right? So I didn't speak to her again, right, until summer track. And this is what. So I'm gonna finish the story, but the whole reason I wanted to say this part is because in real life, before as Steve said, she got Donkey Kong angry. Yeah, exactly. Listen, man, in real life, women will put out certain energy when they just don't want to be bothered. Reading this energy early can stop you from getting rejected. Now, again, right? He fucking when Myron said that he got rejected 100 times in a row, I guarantee fucking see you every one of those chicks, they put out certain energy that let him know they didn't want to be talked to. Because this is the thing, right? A woman can find you attractive. A woman may want to speak to you, just not right now. And that's what guys too. I mean, chicks try to talk to me when I just don't want to be talked to sometimes. And it's like, I'll even tell them directly, we can speak later, just not right now. Right? I'll just directly tell them. Now, again, I did speak to Regina again later, but not until summer track. But before summer track, she was walking with her friend Sharnita, right? And she made sure that I heard what she was saying because she said it loud. Even though she was over there, because this is the thing, right? I did middle distance. Regina did a little bit of distance and a little bit of hurdles and a little bit of sprints. So she trained with a different group of people. Sharnita was mostly a sprinter. So she said it loud enough for me to hear it. And she's like, you ever have one of those situations where you could tell a guy wants to say something and he just walks away and doesn't say it? And I'm thinking in my head, Regina, you get what does Steve say? She got Donkey Kong angry. I'm thinking in my head, Regina, you got Donkey Kong angry at me. No shit, I didn't continue the conversation. So later on during summer track, months passed by this point. Anybody who's ever ran track, you got outdoor season, then you got summer track season, then you got cross country season. So 2 months passed between when I first saw Regina again and until summer track started, right? So we speak to each other a couple of times during practice because we both were training with the middle distance runners because she did the 800. And I also did the 800 when somebody didn't show up for the relay. But luckily for summer track, they didn't make me run the 800. Woohoo! But we still had to run the 800 during training, the speed work, right? But at nationals, right? So we're all waiting for our events. So we're walking around town. Nationals this year took place in Iowa. So we're walking around Iowa. It was me, Regina, one of her friends. Yeah, we were all friends. We had the same friends group because we were all distance runners, right? So we're sitting down, we're eating. Somebody plays a Gucci Man song, My Kitchen. Put the pounds in the trash can, Gucci do the dishes. Don't nobody fuck with my kitchen. My age shows when I start naming songs. So Regina, she looks over to me as I'm singing the song, and she's like, "Chris, this is the most I've heard you speak." And I'm thinking, and shout out to the boy, shout out to the boy Donald. Shout out to the boy Donald. Donald showed no mercy. Donald looked at Regina and said, "He speaks all the time, just not to you." And like, it's like, Regina, I wanted to speak to you, but you fucking glared at me and put your energy out as if you didn't want me to talk to you. But see, I was a kid though. That was my first year running track, so I was 15. Yeah, I was 15. I was a kid, man. I didn't like. I mean, now looking back at it, she wanted me to try again because women will do stuff like this when they want you to chase them, when they want you to try again. I didn't know this at 15. I was just thinking, oh shit, she glared at me. She doesn't want me to talk to her. I'm done, right? So when she said, "This is the most I've heard you speak," and then Donald showing no mercy, he speaks all the time, just not to you, right? I didn't even say anything because it's like, because it's like, Regina, I wanted to speak to you, but yeah. So, and this is the whole reason I'm telling this story, guys. Again, when something works, the results show immediately. I didn't continue to speak to her during the day. She didn't want to be spoken to. The result of that, she wanted me to speak to her more. Now, there was a similar situation that ironically happened at Nationals, but it was a little bit different, right? There was an attractive girl on the team. She was a sprinter, though. Shantice was her name, but her name was spelled weird. It was spelled with a C. Black chicks just got these weird fucking names, bro. But Shantice was sitting alone. She looked like she was having a bad day. So I mean, Shantice was very attractive. So I walked up to her, tried to speak to her. She was reciprocating a little bit, but I could tell she didn't want to be bothered. I walked away, right? I wouldn't talk to some other people, right? A day later, because the Nationals lasted a week. So we had a week of socializing and running, getting our medals, whatever. So the next day she was like, "Hey, I think you tried to speak to me yesterday, but I think I was having a bad day. I'm sorry for that." And I'm like, it's no problem. So we became friends after that. But she didn't glare at me though. That's the difference. She didn't glare at me. She put out angry energy. So even though I could tell she didn't want to be talked to, it was easier to talk to her again later because she never put out angry energy. Regina put out angry energy. But guys, again, if something is efficient, you see results right away. So sometimes chicks don't reject you because they don't like you. Sometimes it's just the timing. And guys are the same way too, man. People try to talk to me when like they can be interesting, but it could just be one of those days, man. We've all had those days where you just don't want to be bothered, right? You know, if a woman wants you to talk to her later, she'll make it obvious. But the Regina situation, it was talking to her friend and saying out loud, "Why ain't this guy talking to me?" And with the other chick, she was a little bit more feminine. She just apologized for kind of brushing me off, and we became friends after that. So yeah, sometimes it's just when when you choose to speak to somebody. And this is, again, man, I already banned the guy, but if he sees this stream, this is why when you meet somebody who you're interested in, you speak to them immediately. Because one of two things are going to happen. They're either going to reciprocate and you're going to befriend that person, and it can go further if that's what you want, or they're going to reject your intentions, and then you can move on with your life and spend time with people who will reciprocate your interest. Sometimes there's a delay, right? If you talk to somebody and they're having a bad day, sometimes they may wait to speak to you again when the situation is better. So, oh, and this is the thing, Jarvis. The Regina chick I've known since the third grade. She knows I'm not quiet. She knows I talk a lot. She knows I talk to a lot of people. So she already knew that. But she said it, this is the most I've ever heard you talk. What she meant by that is, this is the most I've ever heard you talk around me, right? That's why she said it that way. If any chicks are watching this video, listen, man, if a guy speaks to you and you want him to keep speaking to you, don't fucking glare at him. Don't, as Steve said, get Donkey Kong mad. Don't put out angry energy if you want the guy to keep talking to you. Because it's like, nah. And I ain't gonna lie, man, you know, even though, yeah, I was 15, even though those were like my early days of working out, I was significantly smaller than I am now, man, right? Regina was a little, I mean, she's jacked right now. Regina competes in bodybuilding. But she was jacked back then, man. So it's like, oh, man, she's angry. Like, I ain't want those problems. I'm going to be honest, man. I ain't want those problems. Regina was jacked back then. So shout out to Regina. If you ever see the streams, shout out to you, Regina. You can still get it, Regina. You still look good. Shout out to you. But I don't want those problems, man. I'm just being honest, man. She was jacked even back then. Which most of the top track runners, they got muscle, right? It's a little different with long distance runners because, again, we were middle distance runners. We did the 800, the mile, the 2 mile. So we still had muscle mass. When you get into long distance running, when you get to those fuckers that like to do the 5K, the 10K, the half marathon, they ain't got no fucking muscle. But middle distance runners, sprinters, muscle, jacked, we look good, right? And that's no disrespect to the long distance runners. Y'all still look good as well. But I understand that I tell people all the time, man, motherfuckers be talking about their training regimen, how they be doing, 5 mile, 10 mile runs. I'm not doing that. I just bluntly say I'm not doing that. I ain't running 10 miles. But I understand for what they want to accomplish, they need as little muscle on their body as possible. So I get it, not knocking long distance runners. All right. I'm telling way too many fucking stories. Let me read some comments now. Sup, Twisted Reality. That's what I'm saying, Steve. Like, they act like talking to chicks is hard, and it's not. The Regina situation was a little bit different because that's the first time I've ever spoken to a chick and she just like glared at me. So that was different. But generally speaking, women aren't going to fucking glare at you. Women are not. You talk to a chick and she's not interested, she's not going to glare at you. She's not going to get angry at you. Talking to chicks is honestly easier to talking to guys because, a lot of guys, right, they kind of see you as a threat. So they always have like a certain type of energy around you. So Jarvis is claiming he's on the spectrum. That's funny. Do you ask women to fuck when you first meet them, then exchange phone numbers with that understanding, like Mr. Lucario says? It depends. This guy's name is Mr. Tellett. I recognize that profile picture though, so looks like somebody changed their name. It depends, man. Regina, I mean, I actually liked Regina. You know what I'm saying? I actually liked her. So I went up to talk to her because I wanted to get to know her better. But she can get it though. She can still get it. Like, she still looks good. She's one of the few chicks that I knew as a kid who still looks good as an adult. Like, she really took care of herself. But no, I liked Regina. I wanted to get to know her better. Um, so it depends, man. If all you want to do is fuck a chick, then yeah, that's what you should say, right? I made a mistake with one chick who I was just fucking. It was just a fuck buddy situation. Um, with situations like that, that's the only energy you want to put out, right? The chick I made a mistake with, I started spending the night over her house. I started going out with her in public, right? I started to, and she even called me her boyfriend once by accident, right? Because it's like when you start putting out boyfriend energy, this is one of the few things Mr. Lucario was right about. If all you want to do is fuck a chick, keep it at that. When you start giving them boyfriend energy, now you're confusing the woman. Now she thinks y'all are dating. So I had to end that situation because she started to think we were something that we weren't. So, um, which was sad because she was a short little Chinese chick. She had nice long hair. She had like red streaks in her hair. Uh, yeah, she was a very good looking chick. But and this is another thing Mr. Lucario was right about. You'll have situations where you messed up with a chick and you have to end it because of the mistake you made. I had to end that situation because I made a mistake, right? I started giving her boyfriend energy when I didn't want to date her, right? Just so, but yeah, Mr. Tell It, if all you want to do is fuck a chick, then yes, that's what you tell them, and that's the energy that you keep it as, right? After you fuck a chick two, three, four, 5 times, and she starts like trying to get you to give her boyfriend energy, you gotta be strong enough to keep it as fucking. Um, I got too comfortable, man. After my third time seeing her, she was like, "Next time you come over, spend the night." I'm like, "Sure, right?" So then I started spending the night with her every time I went to see her, and yeah, it turned into me giving her boyfriend energy, and I just had to end that situation. But again, if something works, you'll see results immediately. So when you do meet a woman who you just want to fuck, and you tell her that, and you see how easy it is, you'll realize that you don't have to pretend to be these girls' boyfriends just to fuck them. You don't got to do that, man. It's 2025. A lot of women out here right now are just trying to have fun, man. They ain't looking for nothing serious. So if it's a chick you actually like, you know, tell her you want to get to know her better. You know, what's your number, what's your snap, etc. However you want to do it. But if it's a chick you just want to fuck, what are you doing later tonight? You should come over. Or if you can't bring her back to your place, what are you doing later tonight? You should let me come over, right? You should just keep it, just keep it. She's gonna ask you to do what, right? What do you want to do when you come over? And you just bluntly and honestly say, I wanted to fuck you. What's up? Just simple and keep it as that. If all you want to do is fuck her, just keep it as that. Don't confuse the chick by acting like you want to be your boyfriend. Listen, man, fuck all that. There's a reason why all these YouTubers that give this type of advice, they're all around my age and they always have problems with women that sometimes get out into the public because they're confusing these chicks. That one dude, what the fuck was his name? That AMS guy. He made videos talking about lie to women to get what you want. You can do that, and then you're gonna wonder why you have problems. You're gonna wonder why bitches be slashing your car tires and shit. So don't confuse women. Be honest with what you want, and then keep it as that. Now, we're all human, right? And also, I'm an Uber driver, man. I be hearing the conversations these chicks be having with each other. Yeah, so he told me he just wanted to be fuck buddies. But now he's trying to take me out on dates. And I just asked him, like, so what do you really want? Right? Don't confuse women. Just tell them what you want. Be honest. It makes everything go a lot smoother. Trust me. Now, it's a tricky situation because as you get more experienced with women, your energy changes. You start to walk a certain way, even if you don't know it. You start to put out certain kinds of energy. So sometimes when you meet a chick that you actually like, who you do want a relationship with, she's gonna assume because you're fucking other chicks, she's gonna assume that you're just saying what you're saying just to fuck her as well. She's not gonna believe that you really want a relationship with her. So that's the drawback to experience. But with experience, you'll eventually learn how to handle these situations as they come up. And then somebody named Sally306 asked, what if you have no experience? Are you supposed to be honest or lie? And thank you, Steve. Thank you for answering the question. Here's the thing, Sally. You attract what you are. I have many videos where I talk about this. Assuming you're new to the channel, let me just give you a quick synopsis. You attract what you are. So if you lie to attract people, what you'll attract is other liars. So if you want to attract an honest person, you're going to have to be honest with how you attract them. Honest people attract honest people, liars attract liars. So if you want a boyfriend or a girlfriend who's going to be honest with you, you have to be honest with them. Now, what will happen is this. You'll be honest to a liar and the liar will reject you, or you'll be deceptive to an honest person and the honest person will reject you. But by being honest, eventually you'll naturally attract somebody who will be honest with you as well. Where a lot of people fuck up is they use lies to attract somebody and then they pretend to be surprised when they find out that their partner is a liar as well. It's like you're angry that your boyfriend is lying to you, but you use lies to attract him. You're attracting what you are. What's the problem? So at the end of the day, Sally, you can do what you want, but me personally, well, it depends on what you want. Do you want an honest partner or do you want a deceptive partner? If you want an honest partner, even if you just want a fuck buddy, even if you just want the people that you're fucking to be honest with you, still be honest with them. Honesty attracts honesty. And trust me, it seems hard at first, but long term, you're going to have a lot more peace in your life if you're just honest with people and you attract other honest people to your circle. The story I just fucking told with the Regina chick, Donald, this was a situation where I think Donald could have been more diplomatic. But Donald, no mercy. He talks, just not to you. If I ever see Donald again, I haven't seen Donald since the last time we ran track together. If I ever see Donald again, man, I'm going to tell him, I'm going to see if he remembers that story. Shout out to Donald. But yeah, hopefully this answers your question, Sally. Let me read more of these comments. I recently ended my relationship with my girlfriend because my inner voice told me something was off with her, and she was being too nice to me, and I saw she was already to another chick. Your girlfriend was a lesbian, Steve? You should have got both of them, man. Oh, let me stop, bro. Let me stop. The Chinese chick who I had to end things with, who I was just telling y'all about, she asked me if I wanted to fuck her friend as well. So, which I eventually did. Women don't like each other, man. Women don't like each other. I feel a little bad for that situation. But again, right? This is why you have to be honest with people, because the Chinese chick was not a very honest person. And as a result, she attracted a deceptive friend. She asked if I wanted to fuck her friend, not knowing that I already did. So, um, yeah, man, chicks is crazy. But getting back to these comments, maybe I should tell that story in another video. Women don't. I feel bad for women, man. They don't like each other, so they have a very hard time attracting other female friends, man. Steve, man, it's crazy. I was just thinking about this in the car yesterday, right? Like 10, 15 years ago, you could tell if a chick was on the spectrum because she would look a certain way, man. But now it's like autistic chicks are like bred to be good looking now. So now you can't even just look at a chick and tell anymore, man. Now the hot ones be autistic too, and it's like, what the fuck, man? And I think it's intentional. It's like, yeah, let's breed attractive looking autistic people so you ignore what your inner voice, so like you ignore your defense mechanisms and go for her anyways. If she brings you peace, I mean, fair enough, right? Because autism by itself doesn't mean you can't get it, because Steve gets it, right? Steve gets busy. Oh man, I gotta get Steve on one of these streams one of these days, man. But so autism by itself doesn't mean you can't get it. But I mean, even Steve will tell you that he's came a long way. So, you know, if you do have autism, you have a separate journey. You have to go on a journey to mitigate that shit. And Steve has come a long way, man. Shout out to Steve. I do have to consider saying that I've never been in it, hence why I said what I said. But I think I skipped a comment. What's Jarvis talking about? This is something I never understood even when I was younger. Despite having a disaster of a relationship, they continue to go for the next one. It sounds like a headache in general. I'm a little confused on. I'm kind of confused on what you mean by that, Jarvis. Just because you had a bad relationship doesn't mean you should stop trying to have a relationship, man. There's better people. There's better people. The thing is, you have to, like, as a guy, you have to get experience with women to make your future relationships successful. Like, when you're inexperienced and you have no idea what you're doing, your early relationships, yeah, they're going to fail. But that doesn't mean you just give up and stop. So, yeah, I don't know, man. Jarvis, you're kind of confusing me with what you're saying, man. I don't think I know what like you're intending to say. Yeah, exactly, Steve. You just got to weed out the bad women to attract women that give you peace. And, By the way, Sally, um, I'm assuming you're a chick with the name Sally. So, also, a lot of what I've talked about in this video has been specific to guys trying to attract women. If you are a woman, you're going to have to modify a lot of what I've said because a woman trying to attract men is different from men trying to attract women. You should still be honest, though, because if you are a woman, as a woman, yeah, a lot of guys are going to lie to you. And the only way you're going to attract honest men is if you're an honest woman yourself. So just wanted to throw that out there for Sally. Yeah. Go ahead and clarify that, Jarvis, because I don't want to misinterpret what you're saying. What did the guy say in the SpongeBob movie? We're on a baby. Yeah. Oh, man. Steve is funny. I'm going to steal what you said earlier, Steve. She got Donkey Kong mad. Oh, man. If I ever see Regina again, I'm going to say that to her. Hey, Regina, you remember when you got Donkey Kong mad at me? Well, I think she's still mad at me. She randomly blocked me on Instagram, man. Just randomly out of the blue one day. So, I don't know. I think she's still mad at me. I ain't done nothing to that chick, though, bro. All I did was read the room. Oh, man. But no, if I ever see Regina again, I'm gonna bring that up. Remember when you got Donkey Kong mad at me? I gotta be careful though, guys. She's a professional bodybuilder now. She's more jacked than she was back then. So, she ain't more jacked than me, but I might have to bob and weave. You heard me. It's actually kind of interesting. The dude Dave Palumbo was saying that there's like a correlation between people going from like middle distance running to bodybuilding. There's like it's an interesting correlation because Dave Palumbo also ran the mile as well. Surprisingly enough, you would never guess it looking at him now because again, beyond a certain point, putting on muscle is detrimental for distance running. Um, Less so for middle distance. You can have muscle and be a middle distance runner, but when you start getting into the 3 mile, the 5K, the 10K, um, you know, the half marathon, that's when it like really becomes detrimental. That's why like the fastest like long distance runners you see, they're all skinny. So even right now, like when I tell people I ran track, they're surprised because they think that I ran track looking like this um, when I was a good bit lighter. So never been in a relationship, but I've witnessed people being in relationships not going well or being in a disaster. Oh, okay. So I correctly interpreted what you said earlier. I mean, then Yarvis, this is why I tell people you gotta just date chicks that give you peace, right? That's what it comes down to, man. It's a headache if you're dating chaotic woman. If you're dating women that go out of their way. I mean, that's why I blocked the Alyssa chick, man. Alyssa was, I mean, people are gonna think I'm exaggerating, but Alyssa was a solid. I'd give her a 9 out of 10, man. Um, I didn't want to block her, but it's like now you're starting to cause me chaos. You got to go. I like peace. I like tranquility. I like stability. So I just don't hang around chicks that cause me chaos, man. So, um, this simple reacts guy is funny. I'm just in a good mood today, man. I'm just in a good mood. Um, and again, Yarvis, pay careful attention to what I'm saying, right? In this live stream, I talked about 2 chicks I stopped talking to. Well, technically 3 if you count the Regina chick. This is before you start dating them. People make this mistake thinking that you're going to date somebody and the chaos is going to go away. No, Whatever a person is presenting to you before you start dating them, that's what they're going to give you when you start dating them. So when a woman starts to cause you chaos, you should stop talking to them even before you start dating them, unless you just like chaos. If you like chaos, go for chaotic chicks. I'm not doing that. I like, I like, I like, I like peace. So she glared at me. I stopped talking to her. The Alyssa chick, she started causing me chaos. I stopped talking to her. I made the mistake of confusing the chick I was just fucking. I stopped talking to her. I don't like, I like peace, man. That being said, Yarvis, at the end of the day, you can do what you want, but I'm sure you want a relationship someday. You can't avoid what you want just because there's a possibility that it can go bad. Because if you just avoid everything because there's a chance it could go bad, then you're going to live a life where you've never pursued what you wanted and you're always wondering what could have happened. So, um, I actually thought about quitting track after my first ever meet. When I was saying that after my first mile, when I ran 5:30, I got smoked because I thought I sucked at the track shit. Luckily, I didn't quit. Luckily I persevered and I saw where I could actually go. I cut a mile off my mile time eventually, but imagine what would have happened if I just gave up because it got difficult, man. I never would have saw where I could have gone, you know? But it's the same thing with relationships, man. You can't avoid dating people. I mean, you can do whatever you want, man. But if you want to date people, I wouldn't avoid dating people just because there's a chance it could go bad. That's all I'm saying, man. Do what thou wilt, though, at the end of the day. The story with her still haunts, especially the dark negative energy. Chaos chicks they do though, man. They do. Especially when they're jacked, man. I don't want those problems, man. And I ain't afraid of any chicks. Let me just clarify that, right? I'd rather not beat up a woman. But it's different when a woman is jacked, man. She might get a lucky hit in her too, man. Oh man. No. All jokes aside though, shout out to Regina. And shout out to all the jacked chicks. Another chick I ran track with, she got inducted into her school's Hall of Fame. And she's on TikTok now as well. And she's also jacked. So, um, but even when I ran track with that chick, man, she had a lot of chaotic energy even back then. And in her TikTok video, she just has like spazzes of random angry energy. Not the Regina chick. This is a different one. They actually went to the same school. Now that I think about it, yeah, shit. See what I mean, though, guys? You attract what you are. Chaos attracts chaos. It's no coincidence that both of those chicks had chaotic energy back when I ran with them, and they still have it now. I thought about going down to my old summer track team because their coach, I did want to speak to him specifically about something because he's also the head of the summer track team as well for Baltimore City Track and Field. The craziest thing about their school, man, they didn't even have a track. I didn't find this out until after I graduated. And I'm just like, damn. So the school, because they had a guy named George, right? His freshman year, he broke all the records. So I was like, damn, y'all got all these. And then the other chaotic chick, right? She broke some records too. So it's like, damn, y'all got all these fast people and y'all don't even have a track? Wow. But it's just consistent with the stream, man. When something is efficient, you see results right away, even if you don't have a fucking track. And it makes sense when you think about it because it's like, okay, they don't have a track, so every chance they get to run at a track meet, they're gonna eat it up like candy. But yeah, shout out to Digital Harbor, man. To my knowledge, they still don't have a track. It's criminal that the fastest school in Baltimore City doesn't even have a track. But when I see the coach guy, I'm just gonna bluntly ask him. I'm like, hey man, I know y'all have the money. Why don't y'all have a track? I'm just gonna ask him that. I'm gonna see. I'm gonna try to get that on camera. I'm gonna ask him if he minds being recorded, and then I'm gonna ask him that question on camera. And I just want to get a live reaction. Um, which he shouldn't have a problem being on camera because he has interviews on YouTube anyways. So this is why I laugh when the fucking trolls say that I'm like afraid of being found. I'm very easy to find. I give you guys a lot of information to find people I know and find me. I'm very easy to find, man. So it might sound insane, but I've never had interest to pursue or want relationships. I remember a girl from work from like almost 2 years ago was surprised with the really line. It was pretty amazing. I mean, if you don't want relationships, you don't want relationships. Do what thou wilt at the end of the day, man. I never tell people to do anything they don't want to do, man. If you don't want relationships, you don't want relationships. Um, and there's nothing wrong with that, man. We're human beings at the end of the day. We all have free will. And with our free will, we can do whatever we want. We can use our free will to live the life that we want to live. So, if you don't want a relationship, you don't want one. And there's nothing wrong with that. But it's crazy too, Yarvis, because my most controversial videos are the videos where I tell people that we're humans, we're not animals. And people really get angry. Usually people that don't watch the channel. People that watch the channel, they understand what I'm saying. But usually new guys to the channel, they'll see me saying that humans aren't animals and they get angry. They go ballistic, right? But shout out to Israel. Animals are just animated energy. They don't decide. Other things in the universe decide their fates, right? If we pick up a cat from the street, animated energy, we decide their fates. You feel me? I don't even know what to call this guy because his name is just a bunch of random fucking. I'm gonna just call this guy KL. So KL, free will is just one of the. See, this is the tricky part, man, because YouTube has been going crazy lately, man. When it comes to the human versus animal thing, I got to be careful with what I say because YouTube really loves taking those videos down. So, but with the human versus animal thing, KL, free will is just one of the differences. There's another very important major difference that I allude to in all of my videos that I'm hoping people catch on to because unfortunately I can't just directly say it or YouTube takes the video down. So there is a second difference that I hope people are picking up on because it's free will. That's one of the differences. And then there's something else. Humans have the potential to do something that animals don't have the potential to do because in order to have this potential, you have to know it exists in the first place. There's something that animals have no concept of because their natural purpose doesn't require them to have a conception of it. So, well. Look who we have here. If it isn't Mr. Triple Q. What's up, Triple Q? How's it going, buddy? You gotta stop. You gotta stop showing your sister my videos, Triple Q. You're doing more harm than good, bro. Stop showing your sister my videos. I mean, you can do whatever you want, but like you really shouldn't. That goes for everybody, man. Don't show people my videos, man. My videos are not meant for bullshit. Triple Q. You said I made her cry. You said she saw one of my videos and I made her cry or something. You said I made your mom cry too. So, oh man. What do you know about mindfulness? That depends on what you mean by mindfulness. Yeah, that's the guy, Jarvis. Triple Q has a sister. Um, According to Triple Q, his sister has a higher IQ than he does. But you know, Triple Q, man, fuck all that. Triple Q, are you trolling, man, or have you really declared war on nature? Let's just get a direct answer. Fuck all that, man. We can talk about his sister later. Let's talk about Triple Q. You're not trolling Triple Q? What do you guys think? Is Triple Q trolling? Or does he really want to destroy nature? Yo, look at his profile picture, dude. It's a picture of Zeno nuking the whole multiverse. Oh, God. Oh, man. We got to find a bridge for Triple Q, bro. Triple Q, you told me your real name years ago before you turned into a troll, remember? I used to call this guy, guys. Yeah, we used to have Discord calls. Yeah. That was before he completely lost his mind. But yeah, at one point, me and Triple Q were cool. Then he just woke up one day and randomly decided to declare war on me. So, and then he went even further than that. Triple Q started saying that taking Chris down isn't enough. I got to take down the source. Of course, you're not going to beat the source. And guys, the reason it's called natural law is not because somebody sat down and wrote a book of law. No, definition, I don't remember which definition number 4 or 5. It's called natural law because all of your actions naturally have consequences, regardless if you believe those consequences were justified or not. That's why it's called natural law. All the source is natural law. The source is just you creating your own reality with your decision making because all of your decisions have consequences. That's all it is, guys. So to sit here and say that you want to oppose the source, to sit here and say that you want to destroy nature, I mean, I hope he's trolling because if he's not trolling, he's essentially talking about self destruction because we're all a part of nature, all of us. We collectively, like all energy in the universe, we collectively are nature, all of us together. So to say you want to destroy nature, you're saying you want to destroy yourself. So I hope he's trolling. I really do hope he's trolling. Otherwise, as Kirby just said, path of destruction. Kirby's funny. Kirby, you have impeccable timing. Oh man. I made a video a long time ago where I took 2 Pirate 101 guys to the hood. We should take Kirby to the hood and see how she reacts, guys. Oh man. Zeno didn't destroy the timeline, Scone. He wiped the whole multiverse. He killed everybody in that multiverse. They're gone. He erased them all, angels included. Yeah, Zeno. Um, Zeno, he erased everybody, Scone. He wiped them all out. The afterlife, everybody. Future Goku, he's gone. Everything future Trunks ever knew is gone. Yeah, future Whis, future Daishinkan, they're all gone. He erased them all. It's only the dub that says Zeno got rid of the timeline, but Zeno didn't erase the timeline. He erased the whole multiverse of that future. He got rid of all of it. That's why in the show he's just floating around in space. And this sadistic bastard. But see, I like that Dragon Ball did this. Whoever's writing Dragon Ball, they know what the fuck they're doing. Because they had a god wipe everything out, and then after God wiped everything out, look, he's just celebrating. And then he sees Goku. He's like, Goku! Everything's gone. And Goku, people think Goku is an idiot, right? He read the situation. Hey, Zeno, I know a fun place you can go. And then Zeno's like, really? And and now there's two Zenos. Goku is an evil fucker because I mean he pressed the Zeno button in the first place. Anyways, I'm going off topic. That oh man, where'd Triple Q go? Triple Q, man, you just gotta calm down, buddy. You gotta go into a corner. You gotta meditate. You gotta see that life is good, man. You just gotta calm down, buddy. You just got to calm down, man, and keep your sister away from my channel. Unless she's physically attractive, then we can work something out. But if she's not physically attractive, keep her away from my channel. You're doing more harm than good. You feel me? I see you, Steve. Steve's making a move on Kirby. Yeah, Steve, you'll get along with Kirby. She's nice and tiny. She's half your size, literally. Whoa, 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 Yarvis. Whoa, slow down, buddy. Who said anything about being a brother-in-law, man? Whoa. Slow down, man. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Time out, buddy. Time out, man. I don't want to marry his sister, but if she's physically attractive, she can get it. That's all I'm saying, bro. I ain't being his brother-in-law. Mr. Rumsey, aka Triple Q, he's got enough problems on his plate. Triple Q, man, you don't got to oppose the source, man. Live in harmony with nature and reap the rewards, buddy. You'll see that life is good. After this stream, I'm about to head to the motherfucking pool. Maybe socialize a little bit. I don't know. It depends on who is there. You feel me? It's 89 degrees right now. Get myself a nice swim in, and I better schedule a salon appointment before I leave because, yeah, the pool's about to fuck up my hair, but that's okay. Triple Q. I think we should introduce, hey, Steve, I think we should introduce Kirby to Triple Q and see how that interaction goes. I'm fucking evil, bro. But I think I've more than hammered. Yeah, I think I've succeeded in talking about what I wanted to talk about in this stream. Somebody commented that I'm giving away a lot of free lunch in this stream. When something is effective, you see results immediately. Triple Q has been trying to destroy the source for the last 2 years, and he's made no progress because what he's doing is not efficient. Oh, I got you, Twisted Reality. I got so fucking focused on Triple Q that I didn't see your comment. What is the cure for self-doubt? I mean, that depends. What do you have self-doubt about, and what's causing the self-doubt? I mean, the cure for that depends on like what are you having doubts about in the first place. Steve, if I ever see Regina ever again, I've got a couple of questions to ask her, man. Oh man. I wonder if she'll glare at me again. That would be interesting. But being completely honest, Steve, you attract what you are. I attracted her attention back then because of who I was 16 years ago. I have a feeling that if I spoke to Regina right now, it wouldn't go well because the energy is just too different now. We chose two completely different paths in life now. Like if you want to ask a girl out, for example, but remember those awful rejections, how do you recover? Simple. You talk to more girls, you meet girls that don't reject you, you meet girls that give you peace, and you replace the painful memories with pleasant memories. Eventually, so like right now, because those rejections were fresh, they're at the front of your brain. But as you interact with more pleasant women and you have more positive experiences, eventually the rejections go to the back of your head to the point where you just don't even think about it. Because now all you're thinking about are the positive experiences you have. So, and this is the thing, right? A lot of you guys, you'll talk to one woman, you'll get rejected one time, and then you just stop talking to chicks. But it's like, come on, man, it's one rejection. So if you want to ask a girl out, right? So if you see a chick you're interested in, talk to her immediately. Um, Eventually you're going to run into chicks that don't reject you, who are compatible with what you're looking for, and yeah, you'll replace the rejections with positive memories and positive experiences. That's why if you notice guys that get chicks, they don't really care about rejection. You know, they'll walk up to a chick, ask for her number. If she says no, he keeps it moving. It's not a big deal, you know, after a certain point. And yeah, keep your options open. Don't be like that one dude who I banned who said he was obsessed with a chick for 3 years. Don't be like that guy. Don't be like that guy. You can have chicks that you favor, obviously, but you know what I'm saying? Unless your inner voice tells you not to speak to a chick, but I mean that's rare. Generally speaking, you see a chick that interests you, speak to her. It's much easier in real life because in real life you're only competing with the other guys that she sees in that vicinity. Online is more difficult because now you're competing with the world. So I tell guys all the time, man, you want to get better with talking to chicks, go outside and talk to chicks. I'm gonna head to the pool after the stream, and if there's any chicks there that are interested, man, immediately I'm saying something. I'm making a move. You feel me? Well, twisted reality. That's why you should work on loving yourself first, right? Because you're right. You can't love anyone else if you don't love yourself. So you should probably work on yourself first. Because if you talk to any chicks right now, you're just going to attract what you are. And I'm positive you don't want to attract somebody else that doesn't love themselves. So I would suggest you work on you first, become the person you seek to become, right? Become somebody who you think deserves love. Become that first, then go outside and start meeting chicks. You'll have less chaos in your life long term. What if you're obsessed with missed opportunities. That's why you create more opportunity. Listen, man, you can't keep thinking about what could have been. You got to replace those old painful memories with better ones. So if you missed an opportunity, make sure you don't miss any more opportunities. Exactly, man. Women are not the devil, guys. Like just women, you just got to meet pleasant women, man. They're really not bad. You just got to meet good ones, man. That's really what it comes down to. Y'all had some interactions with some fucked up chicks, and y'all are letting that stop y'all from meeting good chicks. So just replace those bad memories with good ones. The only reason I even thought about like the Regina chick, for example, was because somebody said something in this stream and that made for a perfect story for what we were talking about in the stream. Because other than that, I don't really think about negative experiences with women. I focus on making more positive experiences. I ain't nobody's boss, man. I ain't nobody's boss, buddy. Well, yeah, Steve, women don't like it when you talk about other women in front of them. You can approach a girl later that you didn't earlier. She's going to ask you, why did you wait so long to speak to me? And then you're going to have to do some damage control. But yeah, sure. If you still like the girl, you can absolutely approach her again. Um, Sometimes it's better. So there was a girl who blocked me on Instagram in 2023. She blocked me a week after I followed her, but then she later added me on Snapchat. So, sometimes it works out. But if it's not one of those situations, if you approach a girl later, years later, after she already knows about you, she's going to ask you, why did you wait so long to talk to me? And then you're going to have to do damage control. But sure, absolutely. You can approach a girl that, yeah, I mean, if you like somebody, just talk to them, man. If you see somebody that interests you, just speak to them. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter. Like, just do what you want, man. It's simple, bro. And if you got to do damage control, do damage control. But if you still like the chick, yeah, talk to her. Why not? Get it out the way. She's either going to reject you or reciprocate the energy. If she reciprocates the energy, congrats, you won. And if she rejects you, congrats, you still won because now you never have to think about her again. So either way, you don't lose. So yeah, just do what you want. Yeah, I know I made enemies, Mr. Triple Q, but I don't really give a fuck, man. Because you know what? 100 times 0 power is still 0 power. I can make all the enemies if I want. If they're all powerless, it doesn't bother me. Women generally prefer honesty because honesty is rare now. So when you're the one honest guy she knows, they usually appreciate that, even if they don't believe you initially. Like chicks tell me all the time that they think that they don't think that my profiles are me, right? People thought my Instagram profile was fake. People think my TikTok picture is fake. And I tell them all the same shit. We can video call and you can see that's really me. So simple reacts is showing Triple Q no mercy. Um, but yeah, man, I think I've more than hammered my point in the stream. And I think I've answered everybody's questions. So I want to go fucking swimming, man. before, yeah, it's 4 o'clock. I want to go swimming. Um, there's a video I want to make that might piss some people off, but the inner voice is saying it's time. It said it was time Tuesday, but it said I had to do the stream first. But yeah, there's a video I want to make that's probably going to piss people off, but it's time. It's time to make that video. I'll look at your reply after I end the stream because I really want to go swimming. So that being said, guy, yeah, it's going to be one of those videos, Steve, but it's time. It has to be made. So oh yeah, and I gotta book my salon appointment too before I go swimming because I already know the pool's gonna fuck my hair up, but it's all good. So yeah. Is it the video in regards to Philly? Well, I mean the video is gonna talk about something nobody on YouTube dares to talk about anymore. It's going to talk about something that nobody in real life dares to talk about anymore. And it's going to be partially related to what we talked about in this stream. So, those, oh my God. There's an ant on my desk. Fucking hell. Being invaded by nature, guys. I can't tell if I got it or not. Anyways, so yeah, the ants crawling on my desk is clearly a sign that it's time to end the live stream. So Jarvis, the people that get it, they're gonna love the video. The people that don't get it, they're gonna hate the video. It's gonna be one of those things. So that being said, I shall catch you guys when I make that video. I gotta go swimming. Peace.